I'm Emily Tucker, I'm 21, I'm from Doncaster and I'm a freestyle jet skier. I've always been quite interested in a lot of sports at primary school and secondary school. Obviously I used to do things like basketball, netball and hockey and things, and from being 12 it's just been jet skiing really, and I like biking a lot. I'd cycle to my local lake in the summer, keep fit and things, and I just love the outdoors, so I think jet skiing's a perfect sport. I started jet skiing when I was about 12 years old. My dad purchased a sit-down jet ski. We started coming down to Tarham Lakes in Doncaster. We started doing it as quite a hobby in the summer, and then from there I think it just progressed into something that I started getting a bit more interest in. I started seeing some world champion freestyle jet skiers on the water doing a demonstration, and my interest in the sport just increased, and I think from there I just thought, right, I want to do this, I want to take this photo. It looks really fun. It has been quite a big part of my life, and because I have had so many goals and aspirations that I've wanted to get out of jet skiing, obviously I have put a lot of effort into achieving those, and obviously last year getting my national and British title was sort of, that was my goal that I was looking for since I've started, since being 12 years old. With there not being very many female freestyle jet skiers, I haven't got a female to idolise to, but obviously there's a lot of males involved, and it doesn't mean to say that I'd love to be as talented as they are, and obviously seeing all the tricks that they can perform still makes me want to be able to do that and be capable of doing that one day, even if they are male. Yeah, there's very few female involved in the sport, and since I've started I've always realised that it's very heavily male dominated. There's always only been a handful of females that have competed, and when I started there was only I think a couple that were doing the freestyle national tour, and they stopped competing, and it ended up I was the only female that was competing. Hopefully in the future more females will get involved, but at the moment like I said, it is a very male dominated sport. I don't have an issue with competing with males. Obviously I don't have a choice, and I do think it's all down to the skill and the talent that you've got and the amount of time that you put into it. So it shouldn't matter whether you're a male or female, and to be honest it gives me more determination to go out and prove that I can be just as good, and if not as good as they are in the sport. Being a female against all males can be quite intimidating sometimes, but I think you've just got to remember, if you put the effort in, and if you train, and if you put the time in, whether you're up against 10 females or 10 males, it shouldn't matter. I am trying to help get more females involved in the sport, and I have helped a young girl from when she first started jet skiing. I've tried to help her as much as I can and give her the support and give her the determination to sort of compete, and I do want more females to be involved in freestyle jet skiing, because obviously I want to prove that we're just as good as the males, and any female that wants to get involved in the sport, I'd want to do all that I can to sort of help them and help them improve and help them learn new tricks and hopefully help them win more titles. I've been lucky enough not to have any serious injuries. I've broken my wrist before, and I've also had a bit of an accident where I flew off the front of my jet ski and the jet ski hit me on the top of my head and nearly knocked me out. But things like that, you just sort of, I wore a helmet, I was protected and things like that, and you sort of, it happens, and then you just think, right, okay, try again, and sort of that's all part of the fun, I think. Well, I don't think I'd be where I am now without a lot of support. Phil and Sandra, who run Tarham Lakes, have been a massive help in giving me the facilities that I need to ski on a daily basis. I have a mechanic down south who regularly maintains my ski, and obviously if you don't have a well-maintained ski, you're not going to have a ski to run and a ski to use at competition. So I'm very grateful, and obviously my dad as well, because I wouldn't have started this sport without him. So I'm lucky enough to have the support there that I need 24/7 really to be able to achieve what I have.